A star appeared in 1952 and then vanished forever. This isn't science fiction. It's a real cosmic cold case based on actual telescope data. A star, shining brightly one moment, was gone the next. Astronomers were baffled. There was no explosion, no supernova flash, not even a faint afterglow. It was as if a light switch had been flipped somewhere in the cosmos, plunging a star into permanent darkness. What happened to the vanishing star? Where did it go? This mystery has puzzled scientists for over 70 years. A ghost in the cosmic machine that defies explanation. The data is real. The observations were confirmed, but the star itself is nowhere to be found. It is a story that challenges everything we think we know about the life and death of stars. It all began in the early months of 1952. Astronomers, poring over photographic plates from the Palomar Observatory sky survey, catalogued a new point of light. It wasn't just a faint glimmer. It was a distinct, stable star, bright enough to be recorded without any doubt. It appeared on multiple plates, taken on different nights, confirming its existence. It was officially logged, another resident in our vast celestial neighborhood. But just days after its discovery, something unprecedented happened. When the telescopes pointed back to the same coordinates, there was nothing there. The star had completely disappeared. Frantic checks were made. Was it a smudge on the lens? A flaw in the photographic emulsion? No. The evidence was clear. A star had been there, and then it was gone. Astronomers have been searching those same coordinates ever since, with ever more powerful telescopes. They have never found it again. The disappearance sent ripples through the scientific community. The first instinct was to check for errors. Scientists meticulously re-examined the instruments, the photographic plates, and the observation logs. Everything was in order. There was no malfunction, no human error that could account for it. So, what could it be? The theories started flying. Some astronomers suggested it wasn't a star at all, but a passing comet or an asteroid that happened to catch the light just right. But its pinpoint stability didn't match the typical movement of such objects. Others proposed it was a rare type of flare star, a celestial body that can brighten dramatically for a short period. Yet, none had ever been observed to brighten and then vanish so completely, without leaving any trace of its original, dimmer self. Then, the more exotic theories emerged. Could it be a star collapsing directly into a black hole without the usual supernova fanfare? A process so rapid and complete that it simply winked out of existence. Of course, the UFO community had its own answer. An alien megastructure, a colossal piece of technology built around the star, had finished its construction or simply moved on, taking its power source with it. Despite all the speculation, the event was never fully explained, leaving a giant question mark hanging in the cosmos. Decades later, with the advent of supercomputers and advanced physics, scientists have revisited this cold case with a new set of tools. Let's explore the leading scientific theories. The most tantalizing is the concept of a failed supernova. In this scenario, a massive star at the end of its life doesn't explode outwards in a brilliant supernova. Instead, its core becomes so dense that it collapses directly into a black hole, pulling the rest of the star in with it so quickly that almost no light escapes. It would be the ultimate stellar vanishing act. It's theoretically possible, but we've never definitively observed one. Another, less dramatic theory involves a thick cloud of interstellar dust. Perhaps a dense, wandering nebula just happened to drift directly in front of the star from our perspective, completely blocking its light. This is plausible, but it would have to be an incredibly dense and conveniently placed cloud to obscure the star so perfectly and permanently. Then there's the idea of a transient luminous object. Our universe is full of things that flash and flare, from gamma-ray bursts to tidal disruption events where a star gets torn apart by a black hole. Maybe the 1952 event was just a very unusual, brief flare from an object too dim to see otherwise. Finally, there's the simplest, yet most unsatisfying explanation. A data error. Despite the checks, it's possible it was a 1 in a billion photographic Gliese defect on the plates that perfectly mimicked a star. But for it to appear on multiple plates makes this highly unlikely. The truth is, for every scientific theory, there's a counterargument. there is still no solid proof for any of them. The mystery of the 1952 star might have remained a historical footnote if not for modern astronomy. Today, massive sky survey projects like the European Space Agency, Gaia mission and space telescopes like Hubble are scanning the heavens with unprecedented precision. These powerful instruments are creating a dynamic map of the universe, tracking the movement and brightness of billions of stars. As astronomers and citizen scientists sift through this mountain of data, they're finding more cosmic ghosts by comparing modern digital surveys with old photographic plates from archives, including those from the Vatican Observatory. They have identified dozens of similar missing stars, stars that were clearly recorded in the past but are absent today. Scientists now have a name for them: vanishing transients. This isn't just one anomaly anymore. It's a potential class of celestial events. The discovery raises a profound and slightly unsettling question. Do some stars just disappear without going through the violent, explosive death throes we expect? Does the universe have a way of quietly erasing its own creations? The search is no longer for one lost star, but for the answer to a fundamentally new cosmic puzzle. With mainstream science still scratching its head, it's no surprise that alternative, more speculative theories have made a roaring comeback. The most famous is the idea of a Dyson sphere, a hypothetical megastructure that an advanced alien civilization would build around a star to capture all of its energy. Did we, in 1952, catch a fleeting glimpse of such a colossal construction project just before the final panel was put in place, cloaking the star from view forever? It sounds like pure fiction, but when conventional explanations fall short, the line between science and speculation begins to blur. Other ideas push the boundaries even further. Some have proposed it was an act of deliberate light manipulation or a cloaking phenomenon, alien technology designed to hide their home world from emerging civilizations like ours. Taking it a step further, could it have been a slip between parallel universes, or a temporary bleed-through from another dimension? A star from another reality momentarily appearing in ours before snapping back. While these ideas are far from being testable science, the fascinating part is that science can't fully rule them out yet. When you're faced with an event that seems to violate the known laws of physics, you have to keep an open mind. The universe is under no obligation to make sense to us. So, here we are, over 70 years later, and the Vanishing Star of 1952 remains one of astronomy's most compelling unsolved mysteries. It's a cosmic ghost story written in the light of a star that no longer shines. We've explored the possibilities, from failed supernovas and cosmic dust clouds to alien megastructures and dimensional slips, but the truth remains elusive, hidden somewhere in the 93 billion light-year expanse of the observable universe. Maybe the star didn't die. Maybe it didn't collapse or get covered up. Maybe, just maybe, it moved. As we continue to gaze at the night sky, we're not just looking at a static collection of lights. We're looking at a dynamic, ever-changing environment where anything is possible. It's a humbling reminder that for all our knowledge, for all our powerful telescopes and brilliant theories, we are just beginning to understand the cosmos. It perfectly illustrates the old saying, the universe hides more than it reveals. The mystery is still out there, waiting for an answer. Now I want to hear from you. What do you think happened to the Vanishing Star of 1952? Was it a known scientific process pushed to its extreme? A piece of highly advanced alien tech? Or something else entirely that we can't even imagine yet? Drop your theory in the comments below. I'd love to read what you think. And if you enjoy diving into real cosmic mysteries and uncovering lost events from the history of space exploration, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what we explore next. Thanks for watching.